feel like I need to get away. Club Byron, that's where I wanna go again, where I can leave my cares behind. Take me to the river one more time. Take me to the river one more time. Club Byron, take me to the river one more time.
Good morning, welcome back to Club Barham for our first final tone, the women's pairs. An all Metro affair actually.
Ooh.
Between Denise Huender and Alison Hall.
Having said that, Alison Hall from Seymour, although plays
Yeah,
obviously
fair.
in the city. Sheryl Atkinson from Druin, but plays in the city. Vicki Smith's out at Lilydale, which is right on the border anyway, so we've got a bit of everything.
We're on the border.
Subtle dig. Righto, Vicki Smith on the mat now. Leading up for Sheryl Atkinson. Denise Huender leading up for Alison Hall. Both these combinations highly fancied from the beginning.
Yeah, the two that if you would have told you a few days ago they'd be in the final, you wouldn't have been too surprised. And good start from Vicki. Just gives a touch of the jacks there, one down. There's no time limit in this final, so no rush. Saw a cracking mixed pair semi-final just before this. Nick Dorr and Carol Protopapas getting through in that one. Denise just going to duck under the jack. I reckon I found the youngest player at this over 60s. Mick O'Neill. He was
When did he turn
from
60?
A week ago Friday.
Great timing.
Yeah, he looked like the sorest guy here this morning, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He came in and said, I feel like I'm playing over 80s. Played a lot of bowls yesterday, did Mick. His partner, Snowy.
So men's singles action, quarterfinals, 3 of them. After we already know the winner of one, which is Chris Young, also on this green. And one of the ladies' semi-finals, Denise Huender, is in the other one, so she'll play that semi-final after this. It's Robin Thomason, but we've got Lynn Wood and Linda Emmett in the other semi-final. You got Michael Wilson, Tony Langate, Steve Cunnington, Ray Johnson, Peter Rowe and Neil Crisp on this green at the moment. I'll keep you updated with them scores. Sammy should be live scoring as well.
Some quality matches as you look across this green. See some very, very talented players.
Don't know if she's got the journey, Sheryl, on this one. Cracking line.
Both there in her lead, Vicki. First year they've been eligible for over 60s. Come in with a bang.
Does it then become a younger person's game?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I'd love to know the figures on the...
I'm going to do it. I'll do it. I'll do it once I get 5 minutes back in Melbourne in a few weeks' time.
The average age of the winners of all our over 60s events. Be quite interesting.
Average age of entries and...
I tell you what, they don't miss on having fun up here though.
Inside edge would have helped, but it's floating through from Sheryl. It's up and down for shot. I sort of favour Denise Huender's blue one. 4-dash shot.
Yep.
Alison Hall giving it a stalk, but no. journey on that one either. Almost rolls her own in. Denise favours her own as well. Yep, I think we'll be one Alison and Denise to kick us off.
First blood to the MCC ladies. 1 zip, 15 ends. Now pairs matches. Time limit removed for the final.
Yeah, morning Adam, morning Josh.
Thanks to Club Barron for hosting us. Indeed, all the other host clubs. So we had a fabulous week up here.
Yeah, they've all done a cracking job. It's been a thoroughly enjoyable week. Everyone's been looked after exceptionally well. I've had at least 100 people asking what the dates are for next year, so that's a good sign.
Early bird entries might have gone off their head this week.
We might have to go book our coming already for next year, you know. We might as well do that while we're here.
It's a good call. Otherwise we'll be travelling from Echuca each day.
Fact, that's on the to-do list. Because I very much enjoy being 27 steps away from work most days while we're up here.
Does generally mean later nights, but
For you, tucked out. Another good start from Denise. Nailing this line early.
it's a very, very good synthetic green here. Players will be able to trust what they want to do is what they can do.
We'll sort of have the second one up and running by the time we're back here next year. I reckon it's opening September, October. Cut an impressive site, Club Barham then. Apply from Vicki. She was dialed in early here, Denise. What a great bolt.
Puts a smile on Alison Hall's face.
Morning Rosemary, morning Tris. Should definitely be a crack of this. Pretty well matched up, I'd say.
Both Vicki Wilson and Denise Huender are in 2 events still, aren't they?
Were.
As in 2 today, yeah.
Yeah, Vicki obviously just going down in a mixed pairs semi-final just before this. Denise still has a singles campaign. Her semi-final will be sort of the round 3 game today and then the women's final in round 4. Couple of doubles up. Chris Young was a men's double up. The men's pairs final, which will kick off in about 25 minutes, sort of staggering the start so we can capture both games. And then he's also in the singles this morning, so he'll play pairs now and then he'll have 2 singles games to go. He's already in the semi-finals after winning this morning.
Yeah, great weeks for all those players. Not only managed to have a bit of fun, but managed to get a bit of success as well.
Morning, Rosie. Hope you're well on this fine Sunday. So Denise holding a very good one as we go to the skips bowls. She's got a few behind as well, so Alison can just add in here, draw as close as she can. She's going to opt on the forehand. Alison's always got that big high backswing in her delivery. Always looks like she's about to launch it down there and then just subtly lets go.
Decelerates fast.
Oh, she just misses sitting that white. Well, it's obviously easy to get to that point of the green. It's just 5 bowls in the same spot, essentially. Alison trying to drop any weight, land inside of that last one of Sheryl's, and she'll add another. Line's pretty good again. Does she stop in time? Yes, she does. Should be the straighter bowl and count for a second. Definitely 2 to Denise and Alison now.
Handy.
It'll be 3 now. Great shot. I mean, gives Sheryl something to work with a bit now. She was sort of on a complete dead draw before. Now she can land that last ball, try to flop back in. She'll go close to getting shot.
Come back enough.
She's trying.
Yep.
Does. And
One
that's
fly.
exactly what I spoke about. She could use it and try and flop back down. She's still 1 down, but...
Cut a couple out.
Yeah, and it gave her an option of getting close. Or having a tiny bit of margin for error. Still a good crowd here at Club Barham. Everyone sort of... A lot of people heading home yesterday, this morning.
Or continuing on up north in their
Yeah.
vans and mobile homes.
There's a fair few doing that, actually. One in West East. Yeah, it's been a great week. It's definitely been a success, this
Yeah.
carnival, and it'll only get bigger and bigger. It's pretty big this year, but it's only going to get bigger and bigger.
Props to you, Jimmy, and the broader team for changing up the way and improving the way we deliver bowls for over 60s. Previously, these were region events, and just one qualifier from each region come through.
Yeah, it was it was a pretty unatmospheric day, or days, with the over 60s state events before. There was literally like 40 participants,
No crowd.
3 people, 1 dog.
Yep. Now it's a full week of
Fun.
festivities, including some evening activities,
They've been great.
trivia nights, and ABBA tribute shows. I like.
I was talking to Josh, the club manager, yesterday. He's already got his acts lined up for next year.
Who's he got?
He's going back for the Roy Orbison
Okay.
Elvis guy, but he's got to put a bit of pep in his step because I think he went too ballardy for most.
Yeah.
Who else did he tell me? I can't think who else he told me. Oh, no. He told me for the Women's Country Carnival, which Club Barham are also running in early October. He's got lined up Michael Bublé.
Ooh.
Not the Michael
Yeah,
Bublé,
no,
obviously.
a tribute show.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
And a Robbie Williams night as well.
Oh dear. Rock the socks off. Good fun. Fabulous facility. You got a big auditorium that holds a couple of hundred or more. We had 240 or 250 in for the Elvis and Roy Orbison tribute.
Big old space.
A couple of bistros. Don's Kitchen, sponsoring our play of the day.
Got a hold Don.
It's a great track again. Just a touch shy.
Yeah, Alison's just going to drop anything, really. Her line's been so good early. She will just drift around that last one of Vicky's. Some early scores on the other games. 2 apiece in the women's, or one of the women's semi-finals in the singles. Lynn Wood and Linda Emmett. Bit of a local derby. Dandenong v Narre Warren. Being played in Barham.
Just down the road.
Vicki urging this one to turn. Does get down. Up and down for shot between probably that one and a couple of Denise's. The camera angle makes them look a little bit closer than they are. We're 2.5 feet behind. But with Alison and Sheryl, 3 bowls each, I don't think it's going to stay like this.
Having a good chat, Denise Huender and Vicki Wilson. Vicki Smith. I kept calling her Vicki Wilson. I've got no idea why.
You were doing that yesterday.
I was.
Alison opting for the backhand. All on a speed now. Line's pretty good. And
Well
so
played.
speed. Great stuff.
Steve Weston says he'll be here next year.
+1 in the entries then.
Yep. It's going to be a very big event next year.
I'm pumped for 2049 when I can play in it. Sheryl Atkinson in reply just doesn't quite get down enough, and unfortunately for her, now hides that bowl to almost the back hopper for Alison Hall.
Alison and Denise, both state representatives at over 60 level.
You imagine the other two have just crept into the 60s, will not be
It would have
too
to
far
be
off getting one of them caps also.
Correct. Got to be in consideration.
Couple of the men's, 3 of the men's quarterfinals been played now. We already know Chris Young has beaten Ross Higgins, but Neil Chris leads Peter Rowe 5-zip. Steve Cunnington leads Ray Jansen 6-1. Michael Wilson and Tony Langay is 2-something because Gail McKenzie is right in the way of that scoreboard. 4-2 to Tony Langay actually. I've realised I could look up.
Up the top.
Alison's got it on an absolute string this end. They are 3 fantastic bowls.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
There's trouble everywhere. Yep.
Yeah, the jackback's 3 down as well. To the right.
Three more. 5-zip. Early days. But Vicki Smith, Sheryl Atkinson will need to get their skates on. 15 ends we play in pairs. Big shout out to our markers and umpires, Jimmy. Got a few of the local celebrities come down to mark some of these singles matches. Jeannie Fairchild's out there. Ben Main's out there.
Oh. They trip it over. There's a chuckle about it.
Gets a thumbs up on the jack roll.
Yeah, exerting some early pressure here, Denise and Alison. They've pretty much held shot every single end. Vicki and Sheryl trying to wrestle it back off them, but not been able to do so yet. It's all sort of starting with Denise. She's opened the door slightly for Vicki, though. This is when you're 5-0 down after 3 ends and you really haven't held shot. You need to make these sort of moments count.
Steve Cunnington picks up another one. Now leads 7-1 over Ray Jansen.
Right on cue. Vicki finds a good one. That's handy for her.
correction from Denise Huender.
Yeah, good second shot. Yeah, she's cast this out pretty well on the change of hands, Vicki. Gets a piece of her own, she's laughing. Just drifted under. Denise will looking to try and trial this jack back to herself. Feels a tad narrow.
Very similar to her second bowl.
Almost an identical bowl. Good homes though, because it gives Alison plenty of options. Only just down as well. Vicki, if she can just change the look of this head now, if she can move her own in a bit towards the jack or back towards the two blows of Denise's, it'll be great. She's a little bit wider than a first, which is good news for her. Has a speed. Not quite going to get there. She absolutely nailed that line. There's a big opportunity here for Alison Hall to get a tiny trail of that jack and put Sheryl in a world of pain.
Still smiles galore, Jimmy, from both teams.
She won't be smiling, Sheryl, if Alison does move this jack, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There'll be a scowl up on her face. Well, don't think she's quite got the journey on this with the line. Looked ominous for a second then.
Just not quite centred.
Oh, Sheryl opting to probably take that away now and trail it first. I never mind this tactic. I always think it's good. It's good. Try and play their shot before they play it. Obviously gives you a bowl where close to whatever they were going to do.
Played it pretty well.
Yeah, played it very well actually. Adds another, covers the bowls. I mean, the trail's still there, but they'll be feeling a little bit better about the situation. Obviously holding a couple is good. Right, she's definitely got more pace here, Tone. Don't know if this turns enough for the jack. She's drifting past. It's another one there though. If she does nail it, Alison, she'll trial it for 4, so I think Sheryl will just try and draw past the jack now. Line's good. And this is going to
Maximum.
Pretty good home.
Does give Alison Hall something else to sit on.
And it kind of frames her shot a little bit for her now as well. She can see it probably slightly better. It's not just a bare jack sitting there.
Needs to sort of split the difference on her first and second bowls.
Possibly too wide this.
Not there.
Well, I know Sheryl can add a third and swing this game back around.
I think it might be 3 already. Yeah, sorry, add a 4th, yeah. Big pickup.
Interesting change of hand back. 4th. Obviously feels like yellow was in the way. Navigate away through these balls. No. That's 3 to Sheryl and Vicki. There's 1. There's 2. 3 from our angle. It is 3. Good pickup. Very good pickup.
Work for it a little bit with the measure. Definitely 3. 3-5 now. We played 4 ends. There we go. Vicki Smith saying, what do you want, Shez? She says, stretch it out a bit.
Neil Crisp, who's going to be very hard to beat in that men's singles, is 8-1 up over Peter Rowe. He would play in an environment like this almost every day of the week down at City Memorial Warrnambool.
Yeah, hell of a player. I marked one of his matches in sectional play, and he wasn't too well. Had a bit of vertigo that day and still managed to get through the section. But just looking over, he's got another couple right on it as well.
Steve Cunnington also 8-1 up over Ray Jansen, which... Steve's a very good player, but Ray's also an exceptional player. That's a scoreline I wouldn't expect that big of a margin, but early days.
Yep.
And Michael Wilson against Tony Langate, 6-3 to Tony Langate. And in the women's semi-final, Linda Emmett, slight advantage over Lynn Wood, 4-3.
Am I correct in thinking Michael Wilson's won an over 60 singles?
Yeah, recently.
Yeah.
Last year.
It's pretty handy when you look across. I mean, Ray Jansen's an over 60 Australian rep. Neil Crisp, semi-final of Australian Open singles and one of Vic Open singles. There's no shortage of talent. And of course there's James Whitehead sitting behind the commentary desk. Talking of talent. Gee. Had a good win in his last singles match. Decided not to play anymore. Shout out to JT.
Michael Wilson, actually, just a random bit of trivia for you. He's looking to extend the run of the MCC Bowls Club in men's over 60 singles. It would be
good call. 5
in a row if he collected it. Peter Margette in 1920, Tommy Ristic in 2021 and 21-22. We're missing a few there. Michael Wilson would have been 22-23.
Yeah.
So he won it last year then? Some people got to be updating some websites around this. Oh, this joint. Right, well, that might just completely ruin my fact then, so ignore me. We'll get back to the bowl.
Well, actually, it wasn't at the over 60s last year, so I've got no mental image of who won.
I know won the pairs. I'll find out. You call the game.
Righto. Vicki Smith on the mat. It's the beauty of Bowls Link, Jimmy. You can find out anything you like.
Well, not anything, but...
Nearly. Google image search you can.
Yeah, Sheryl Atkinson would know.
Weight's good, just missing the line slightly. But finishes in not a bad home. See the men's pairs final combatants just arriving at the end of the rink. They'll get underway shortly. And once this match is finished, we'll hopefully, depending how many ends they all play, show a little bit from that match too.
All right, Michael Wilson did win it last year, beat Chris Young 21-14 in the final. So he won it in 20...
With 23-4 now.
So I am right then?
Yeah, but it's 4, not 5.
Yeah.
Margette's 2 Ristics and a Wilson. Yeah, so he's going for 5.
Knowledge.
Knew it.
Of course, once this one's finished, we will move over to the remainder of the men's pairs final. How much turn is on this one and how much run has Alison got? Just giving up, shaping beautifully there. 2.5, 3 feet away then, she'd been all over that jack. It's not a bad shout, Clarkie. There's a lot of jack-eye bowls. Denise has had a few behind. A couple of times a jack could have moved for a few. Not quite happened yet, but the risk is there.
Peter Rose just picked up a couple against Crispy, as has Ray Jansen against Steve Cunnington. So
Mirror games, 8-3, both of them.
yep.
All right, that's feels further from Alison. Needs a big turn to get the inside of this white. Gets the outside. Yeah, that's okay from Sheryl. 1 in, 1 out sort of thing. Doesn't really affect anything. Denise changing the hand. I reckon sometimes you just got to look up and let your skipper play that bowl there. You might could cause confusion trying to offer another option. Alison, like any good skip though, confident in what shot she was already going to play. Here we go. Interesting. Gets all of it. It's okay. Yeah, that'll do for Alison. Jack moves as well. Just the one. She manages to fashion shot out of that.
Yeah, had the speed to reach the head. I don't know, anything can happen from there.
Oh, ignore that. I'll just put 5 shots in for fun. I don't know, I've put 5 in there. It's not even remotely near it on the keyboard.
It's the ultimate power play.
No.
Selectors up here doing a fabulous job for the over 60s as well. They'll have a series against New South Wales a couple of months' time, and then of course the Nationals at the end of the year up in the Gold Coast region this year. Perth last year, Gold Coast for this year. The Vicks obviously doing it better, winning the women's for 2 years in a row. And the men's have had a win and a runner-up in the last 2 years, taking the overall.
Was it one tiny loss last year cost it, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a close competition. There are some very, very good players from a few states, most of them Victorians.
And it's a constantly evolving picture as people age in. Saying this yesterday, you could dominate, and then all of a sudden 6 people age
You're
in,
out of the
and you're on the cusp.
It's cutthroat.
Denise, pretty good here. Men's pairs final going through their trial ends next door. I might catch him on camera. You can see Stan Slowinski at the top right there. He's playing with Mike Pearce up against Warren Perris and the ever young Chris Young. Has Vicki gone in reply here? Looks good this. Can it hurry? Tried its absolute hardest. Denise still got it though.
New Crisp has just picked up another 3. Now leads 11-3 in their race to 21 over the singles quarterfinal. Yeah, spot on, Tess. Lovely to see up here this week. Very good campaign from you as well. Yeah, this is a good bowl from Vicki Smith. In for shot.
Yeah, great last bowl.
Paul Davies is watching from Chicago, Illinois. Just finished a Route 66 drive. How good's that? You're a very lucky man, Paul Davies. We've got streaming all day today to the early hours of the evening. All our finalists, all our champions will be crowned. Just coming through with a bit of speed there, looking to change it up, just a touch wide.
I'm going to tuck JT in there, mate.
Thank you, Jimmy. Do appreciate it. JT coming in to the second spot in this match, which is obviously very pleasing. We love having JT in the house whenever he can, but more importantly, we've got the one and only Annie Miles who's going to join JT.
Thanks, Tone. Welcome in.
Thank you, Josh.
How are you going?
Well, thank you.
How do you find the match so far?
I think it's a great match. It seems to be a fairly good standard, very high standard.
You would have nearly, if you had to ask yourself at the start of the competition, would these two be the potential teams in the final? And you probably couldn't have ruled them out, could you?
Oh, definitely not. They're all been playing extremely well and in all the competitions, and Vicki and Denise are still in a couple of things.
Correct. And how have you found the weekend?
Oh, I've loved it.
Yep.
Had a fabulous time.
Just because I want to give the perspective to the viewers listening at home, who maybe some of the ones that are going to fit the demographic and might want to play, just stay locally here in Barham. What did you do? Movements around the clubs and stuff like that?
Stayed in Barham.
Yep.
And was very lucky. I only had to go to Kerrang twice and Barham once.
Yep.
So, yeah, no, it was very central, and you've got everything here, so it was very easy.
Yep, good. And those who are obviously listening, you would be encouraging them to come next year?
Absolutely. I think everyone's had a ball,
Yep.
people I've spoken to.
Yep.
Greens are beautiful everywhere that I've been to.
That's, Vicki and Sheryl probably holding 3 here at the moment. Alison's played.
Good effort.
If they can get this, it is Cheryl's last bowl here. There's a chance to actually draw levelling here.
They will. Long game with lots of twists and turns.
We've been fortunate that most of the live stream matches have been really good matches.
That's great.
I think, and I've been lucky enough to play on this screen a few times, it's conducive to good bowls.
Yes.
And it's a good leveller, so most people can play all the shots, and you tend to have some really good ends and good matches, and obviously.
I played here on in the singles,
Yep.
and it was lovely to play on. Very true.
Yep. I think compared to other carpets I played on, you can get a bit of turn out of it. Some other carpets undercover don't necessarily get that turn.
No, very nice.
Right.
Oops.
2 maybe?
Yep.
2 it is.
2.
So that's 2 ends for the match for Sheryl and Vicki. They now trail 5-6, and we've played 6 ends. Paul Davies has given us a shout out. You know, he's currently travelling Route 66 in America at the moment.
He's getting around, isn't he?
And still watching a lot of bowls.
Hi, Paul.
So
We've had many battles over the years.
Yeah,
Paul and I.
I have as well. Obviously, you're still an Ovens and Murray player, and that's where I grew up.
Yep.
You've barred me from all mixed pairs events, though. We discussed earlier.
Well, you know, I gave you a couple of chances, but, you know, Comes the time.
I deserve that. And what's next for you, bowls-wise, Anne?
Nothing much coming up. I'm actually going to play at Lightning Ridge in the triples this year, end of June.
Oh, right.
So looking forward to that. That was on my bucket list to do. So
Have you ever been to Lightning Ridge before?
we have many years
Yeah.
ago, but not recently.
Yep. Clubs actually changed a fair bit. I was the RBM based out of Dubbo, and I had to go out to Lightning Ridge with my
Oh,
job
really?
when I first started working for Bowls Australia.
Wow.
And back then they had 2 greens, and now they've got an undercover green. They've covered it up. They have the really big Opal Classic, I think it is, which I feel like it's around September-ish. Don't quote me on that.
For the men.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
huge,
Yes.
huge prize money
Big
one.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I found the town quite unique. I remember going out there and I had to book some accommodation up to go and visit the club because it's such a long way. And I was like in a caravan park, cabins, and the only place that you could get a drink outside the club was at that was like the pub was within the caravan park.
How handy is that?
Oh, I thought it was pretty good.
Yes, it seems to be renowned for, being a bit different.
I got told that if you want to hide somewhere in the world, you go out to Lightning Ridge.
Yeah, everyone's got nicknames. I should fit in.
Well, I only know you as Anne or Annie.
Oh, I've got a few
Oh,
nicknames.
yeah.
Kilo,
Kilo.
Miles.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh,
Bit unfortunate there for Denise. And the men's pairs match has started now next door, so that's the men's pairs final. We deliberately staggered that match, Anne, so that we get the entirety of the ladies' pairs final, and we hopefully will see probably the last 4 or 5 ends of the men's pairs final.
that's a good idea. Bit of everything.
And we'll do the same with the singles this afternoon as well too.
Yeah.
Good bowls from Vicki Smith. Now Vicky's, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, not long turn 60, is that correct?
As far as I know, I don't really know for sure.
And I've got to be very careful around
Yes.
ages and stuff like that. But
I don't think it's been long.
no,
Yeah.
I was just saying our over 60 stateside, which you've been a part of now, so strong in both the men's and ladies, and all of a sudden we've got, I feel like another 3 or 4 now verging on coming in, you
Well,
know.
that's right. There's all these people turning 60 and other ones getting older. So that's the way it works.
Jay, there is no other ladies match going on at the moment. This is the ladies pairs final. All the other matches on this screen are either the men's pairs. Sorry, I lie. There is a ladies match over there. It's that ladies singles match.
Yes, it
my
is.
apologies.
It's Lynn Wood and Emmett. I'm not sure of her first name.
Linwood is currently leading 8-5.
It's 10-5 now.
Geez, they're quick on the dial. That must have been Neil Smiley then, flicking it over. We also have men's singles quarterfinals. There's 3, as we've already played one already. Sheryl is looking awfully close here. 3, although it has created a little bit of a target.
That it has.
And Alison doesn't mind having a little trundle every now and then.
No. Vicki and Sheryl do have one at the back.
It's the kind of green where you can play a bit more control pace and you can control it. And
Pretty good weight for the shot.
and stays on and gets the tee too if she needs it,
Yes. Something to be always aware of.
especially when it's free spot. I'll give some score updates from across the green. So Neil Crisp is leading row 14-3. Stan Slawinski's standing right at my way for that next one. He'll move in a second. We've got a couple of people sitting in front of the scoreboard too, Anne. How dare they?
That's not right.
Alison's definitely a lot closer. She's just going to slide underneath. There's 2 options. You can try and cover, Or you could try and trial it yourself first on the back end and take the shot away.
You could do that.
What would you do?
I'd probably try and reach that blue one at the back.
Did you see the mixed pairs semi-final this morning?
A little bit of
Did you
it.
see Nick Dawes' last bowl?
Yeah, wasn't that amazing? What a bowl.
I know.
Oh, what a bomb.
And the big fist pump afterwards. We loved it.
Oh, yeah. He was so close with the first two.
Yeah. All right, how's Alison going here?
It's the shots you dream about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just couldn't quite find that line.
Ooh, F4. That's actually one more than I thought it actually was. That's
There you
a
go.
big end.
Big end.
Score is now 9-6. You'd argue we've swung the game in since we've sat down. Sheryl and Vicki just gone whooshka.
Whooshka.
Yeah.
Yes, they have. Give them a bit of confidence.
You're not going up north to the Australian Open or anything like that?
Not this year.
No?
Decided
No.
just to do the
The Lightning Ridge, yep.
Black Opal.
And then obviously there is an over-60s interstate series against New South Wales if you happen to be
Yes.
selected. I can't be too fortuitous with that, you know.
Me either. Yes, that's coming up then.
Yep.
Yes.
And then obviously if successful, Nationals at the end of the start of, well, it's actually more middle of October this year.
Right. In Western Australia.
No?
No?
No.
Oh, no, it's up the Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
isn't
So
it? Yes.
Tweedheads has the juniors, the over 60s, the Open. Broadbeach has Paris, and then the actual national championships.
That's right,
Yep.
yeah.
Couple good venues.
Very good. So we will see what happens.
Yes. I reckon another good positive about this, the way we're doing the over 60s and the Carnival, is that if you're a state selector for one of those sides, now you get all the over 60s all together at one hit, and you can see how they perform against one another.
Exactly, yes. It's much better for them
Great starter by
to
Denise.
see everybody.
Oh, great correction, Vicki.
Excellent.
Jack is that far behind the white ball. And just any touch on the white would be nice.
Prior to this event, had you ever played a Baron before, Ian?
Many years ago
Oh,
in the
back-
pennant.
Oh, the state pennant.
Pennant finals, yes.
At the
At
old
the Albert
grass
Club.
greens. Yep. Right. So not at the indoor though.
No, no, this is the first time I've seen it. Fabulous
Yeah.
facility. Going to be better still.
Well, obviously, yeah. If we look to our west, not that the viewers can see that, the second green is currently sort of being worked on because they're going to put a canopy over that one,
It'd be amazing.
and the world champions will be here next year. You just got to go through and win the champions next couple of
Sure.
years, Ian, and just get a chance to play here in the world
No
championships.
problem.
Sure, you're more than capable.
Yeah, how good's that for them?
Oh, awesome!
Amazing.
Yeah.
They must put in a good application for it.
Well, you would think so. No, I've had a bit to do with Jason, the CEO here, since I've been in the area. He proudly sponsors our junior development squad for the Murray Mallee, and he's very pro bowls, and it's fantastic to see. And
Oh, well,
obviously the members get a benefit out of it, and then probably to the extension the wider area does, you know. So having a venue like this. As look at Brad, look at him. He's just sort of panning away from the other green there.
look at that. Beautiful. And the weather's been sensational.
Yeah, we've definitely lucked out. There's no doubt it's a bit chilly in the morning and getting towards the end of the night. But in general, it's once it gets to the middle of the day like now, it's amazing.
It's always a bit cool under here, but if you're out there bowling, it's not too bad.
Colleen Orr's made a comment. Hi Annie, can Texto driving crazy every day? Does that make any sense to you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
We
right.
won't go there.
Okay,
but
right. No
hi,
worries.
Colleen.
Sheryl, very close here. Oh, what a bowl.
Oh,
She's another one I think who's just hit the 60 mark.
yes.
And Alison's looking just to arrive here. Ian.
Yeah, she's got every chance to just pick that jack up, or very close.
She's
Very
definitely
close.
taken one out, hasn't she? Wouldn't have thought Sheryl changed too much from her first, hey?
I wouldn't think so.
Still going to battle to give some of those scores for the men's singles quarterfinals because I can't see the bottom part
Perhaps
of
we
the score.
need a messenger to go over there.
We both know Gail and Karen. I think if we politely asked, we would probably be able to get something movement.
You've got their number, you could ring them.
Oh, I've got Karen's. I'll text her. Hey, can you tell us
Yeah.
the scores?
Please move. That's a good cluster of bowls there.
Well, outside that first one that Vicki played, all of them are nearly within a yard.
Mhm.
That's- Did you play with Claire in this?
Yes.
Yes, your old partner from way back. How long have you guys been playing
Double
bowls
trouble.
together? Yeah. And you throw in Laureen in the mix, you know.
That's it. Happy days.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think we suffered similar fates in one way or another this year. So we both were lucky enough to go to Perth last year for Nationals in the fours. You were a part of the rink with
Yes.
Claire, Lorraine and Kylie.
Yes.
I had my guys from Murray Downs.
That's right.
We went down on the last end in our final to go back to Bendigo this year. You guys were awfully close too, weren't you again? Were you not? Did I get that right?
Let me think.
Wasn't it Mary's rink Roger? Was that right?
Yeah, we didn't make it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, similar fate.
Yes.
Yes. We didn't get to back it up.
Losers.
Yeah, pretty much we are. That's right.
Would have been
shows
nice
you,
to get there again.
just shows you how hard it is.
Oh, it's hard, all right.
Right, someone's actually listening to this and giving me some score updates. Well done, Gussie McIsaac. Hang on, even as we say that, we've got some score movement. So Nick Wilson's playing Lang. There are 8 all. And Steve Cunnington's playing Ray Jansen. Steve's leading 9-7. Neil Crisp is 14-4 over Rowe. And as that other rink's just about to update the score, Wood is leading Emmett 14-5.
Correct.
That's in the ladies' singles match. And in the men's pairs final, it's 2-0 after 1 in favour of Warren Paris and Chris Young. Just a fraction wide, I reckon. I find with this green that it has a really good draw on it, but when you play a little bit of weight, it hangs longer than probably what
It
you
does.
expected to.
Yes. So you need to play a few of those shots to get the hang of it.
Correct. Yep. And you don't need to play huge weight for it to actually
No.
hold its line well. So
hmm
I think we'll have a good little crowd here for the remainder of the day. What's your plans? You're hanging around for a while, or you're heading back home to
We'll probably get home before all the kangaroos and wombats get out.
Wombats?
Oh, well, possibly not.
I don't ever think I've ever seen a wombat on the road before. Maybe
Well,
personally.
perhaps not in this northern part of Victoria.
Kangaroos, yes.
Yes.
Definitely. I'm just trying to think. The quickest way home for you would nearly be go from here across to Denny. Is that right?
That's the way we're
And then
going, yes.
Denny sort of towards Finley Berrigan across that way.
On the New South Wales side.
Yep. Wow. Obviously, me being an ex-Waganya/Cora boy, when I head home from Swan Hill, the New South Wales way is the quicker way.
Yes. Yep.
There was another one then to Vicki and Sheryl. I was a bit slack then.
Come on, Josh.
Pull my finger out.
I was going to
Give me a slap or something, will you? 10-6? No, I'm just a typical male. Is that what you're going to say, Anne?
No, it was something else, actually. We're not going there.
No, definitely don't. And YMGCR, your home club. How you shaping up for the following season?
Wow, you know, this time of year there's a lot of talk going around, but hopefully...
No movements and, like...
Oh, I'm sure there'll be movements. You know.
My brother, as you know, he's
Yes.
always trying to keep me in the loop of what's going on back home and who's doing what and all the rest of it, so...
Yeah. Yeah, Cora RSL
He's
will
trying
probably
to-
do well.
He's trying to build them up bigger,
Why not?
get them back to their former glory days, and
Yes, well, they've got a very strong side.
haven't won a Division 1 grand final since 2008.
8.
Yep.
Well, could be the year.
I played in that match.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why you brought it up?
Oh, of course. Any chance I get.
You say 2008 doesn't seem that long ago, but when you think about it, it is.
16 years. Well, tell you how much it does mean, because I was obviously easily an adult then, but my brother was only 14 back then, the youngest brother, so he wasn't even playing bowls yet.
Oh, thought you were a lot older than that, Josh.
Don't. I got asked this week when I was playing in this. I said, come on, give me a spell. I'm not near there yet, Some good leads bowls there by both Denise and Vicki.
Are you a fan of the 3 bowl pairs?
It has a place in the game. I still believe the two and walk has a place in the game too. I think from a state and national title thing, you play what you would call the traditional two and walk game, and then I think all these other versions like a Vic Open, a 16 over Carnival, Australian Open with the 3 bowl pairs. Yeah, I do. We're probably doing a lot more streaming of those games, which means the 3 bowl pairs is a lot more conducive to that.
Yes, it is.
Probably the only format I dislike, and I think it's phased out a little bit in our game, is the 3 bowl triples match.
Oh, no.
It's boring and long
Yes,
and tedious,
no.
and
2 bowl triples is a fabulous game.
at the moment, score update. Wood is leading Emmett 15-5 in that ladies singles match. In the men's pairs finals, 3-0 after 2 in favour of Chris Young and Warren Paris. Vicki. Thought she was going to stand in the way the whole time then, so I was...
Holes for bowls.
Ian Hoskins said, you've got to keep me in my place too.
Oh, there's a challenge.
All right, argue it is too. Not sure anybody can keep me in my place, can they?
Oh, think so.
Oh, Alison.
Lily.
I still remember, this was a few years ago, you and the one and only great Joy Johnson were running the Murray, the Kelly gang, juniors at one stage.
Yes.
And I think I'd not long met Kelly. And you two wanted to grill me about it and actually meet her.
Kelly.
Yeah.
And you believed it.
Well, you're keeping me on my toes at the very least, I think, from memory. I'm not sure you've ever met her yet still.
No.
I'll keep her away from you.
Don't know why. Had someone say to us at the time, the Kelly gang, you can't call it the Kelly gang, he was a bushranger.
I actually think I know who would have told you that too.
We won't mention names.
No, because I think he rang me up and gave me the same.
And we said, yes, that's right, that's good. True Aussie spirit.
Definitely very subjective at it anyway. Rightio, another one to Vicki and Sheryl. They've got 4 wins in a row, 5 out of the last 6. They're taking control of this match, Anne.
They are. How things change.
It only takes one good end back the other way, though.
Denise and Alison started off very well,
Yep.
and now it's changed a little bit.
I still remember looking over yesterday. I reckon it was the quarterfinal, and it must have been the quarterfinal. And Roma and Alison, Angel were playing Denise and Alison, and they were 6-0 up. Roma, and I thought, oh, look at that! And then next minute, bang,
Yep.
it was gone again. So it can change.
Yes, you have to be on your mettle all the time, don't you?
Absolutely.
Bit of a longer end here.
Yeah. Do you have a go-to when you start a match?
I think, a medium end so you can get your rhythm going so that you know what's going on, get your lines, take it from there, see how the match is progressing, change if you have to. You?
Well, it's not always the same, but I definitely have a clear game plan, whether it's singles or 10 games. It's I have this is our first point of call. This is what I'm going to do if it doesn't go well. And if all else fails, maybe go for a drink or something like that if it's not going that well. Really change it up, So, a good mate of mine, someone who actually happened to play under many years ago, Nathan Bush. One of the best leaders I've ever been involved with in our sport, and he used to say, if not going well, get away from the rink for 5 minutes. Whether you go to the toilet, just splash a bit of water in your face, change it up, change it up. So I think that's important. I've always remembered that.
Could always turn around 3 times on the spot.
I've never done that.
Nor have I.
I think I'd look a bit silly on the ground if I just turned around on the spot 3 times.
What's he doing?
They already think I'm strange enough as it is.
Me too. Just trying to find that spot here at the moment.
It has thrown him out a little bit, hasn't it,
Yeah.
the longer end?
As it can. Vicky's a good one there. Nice correction.
Do you have any gamesmanship things you do, Anne? Like little things that maybe to...
I'm just super nice.
I don't think I can say the same about myself.
Mightn't always come across like that.
Great correction from Denise there.
Yeah, lovely bowl.
I really needed that.
They
can
did.
Hang on to that. It's funny enough saying about being super nice. There's people I know that when I play against them, you be nice to them. Because if you actually get a little bit aggressive or whatever, they get their back up, it gets them going.
Yeah.
And the flip side is that there's some people that don't like that, so you can use that. So, I'm all for a bit of gamesmanship. pick your moments. And
Yeah, you just
Or
got to
for-
work out what's best. Oh, that's a great shot.
end of the day, you probably don't need any of that stuff if you can actually draw a shot, though. So
That's it. And you don't want to make them angry.
Matty O'Brien, Twisties has got a comment, and he's got lots of tricks up her sleeve. Don't you worry about that, JT.
Good on you, Maddie.
There's a bit of a
Likewise.
Alexandra connection here coming on because Kenny Argent's on saying g'day as well too. They're coming out of the woodworks.
Yeah. Went and played there recently.
I saw that. I saw, you always can keep track of things on socials. And
You can. Can't do anything these days.
Nah, that's why I don't put anything on socials.
Good idea. But someone else does.
What is that called? The Murrindindi Classic, that one? Is that what it's
Yes.
called? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice bowl.
Oh,
One in, one out.
very good. Bowls in the head.
I missed that. Yes, yeah, Morty was also commenting as well too, so you're obviously super nice.
Oh, tricked them all.
Alison, stay in the back end, you reckon? Try and split the two white bowls?
I think so.
Yep. I think she's tight.
Looks a little bit that way.
She doesn't want to push Vicky's up either.
It was
Not enough for adding anything more. Right, they both got one out left each. All right, while Sheryl's walking back, score update across the green. Chris Young 3-2 up over Mike Pearce in the men's pairs final, 3 ends. Wood is leading Emmett 17-5 in that ladies singles match. Wilson over Lang 11-9 in the men's singles quarter-final. Cunnington 12, Jansen 11. And Crisp 17, row 7.
the 3-bowl pairs. You often forget that you've got another one. You look behind. Oh, you beauty! I've got another one.
Trying to work out what Alison's going to do here because the last bowl she played has moved that white into a
Yes,
spot.
it's not a very good spot. You might change what she does here.
Thinking maybe forehand,
I think
maybe
so
underneath
too.
her own. She happened to turn those over, could go in for shot, but if she's under it, she's a chance of getting jack and or sit the bowl.
We've only got one in there.
How's Alison tracking? Doesn't look too bad,
Doesn't
Anne.
looks pretty good. Just got to miss that. Oh, great effort.
One far away. One again. It's 12-6. And we're 2/3 of the way through the match.
Yes, last 5 ends coming up soon.
And we'll be getting tagged out very soon, Anne. We've, the understanding was that we were doing ends 6 to 10 and Sam and Gussie were coming in to do 11 and 15. Can't side them at the moment, so they've probably been slack. So we'll just hang off a second or so.
Okay.
If that's all right.
Well, we need somebody here, and they're not here.
I'm sure they won't be far away. Well, I know Gussie must have been listening because he was the one up. He sent me a score.
He did, yeah. Got them moved away.
So since we've sat down, 9 straight shots for Vicki and Sheryl.
That's correct.
What's your preference? Front knocker, back knocker?
Well, either way, I'd be really happy. Probably.
Way to sit on the fence.
Have you got one behind already?
No, first bowl.
First bowl.
You know, you're playing the last end. What's the best bowl? I'm just okay for that context.
Possibly front. What about you?
No, I agree with you.
Yes.
Regardless of situation.
They can see the back one.
Yes.
They can see the jack.
Whereas front knocker, they can't see the jack.
Yep.
And in theory, if it's touching, if you hit it, it goes with it.
Yes.
In theory.
Yes. These girls will sleep very well tonight after all this concentration all week.
Definitely been a big week. And if you happen to be half decent, it's even a bigger week. Vicky's awfully close here.
She's very close. Ooh. Yep. I can see it now.
Yeah, I totally agree with Cheryl's comment. There's a stack of people watching in from inside the glass there. It's
There's
where
a
you
lot
were.
inside.
Did you lose your spot when I took you away?
That's okay. It's nice and warm in there. It's a good spot to view, though. To view from.
All right, there's a question for you from J. Allen Dale. Annie, from an experienced and quality female bowler, so she's pumping you up. Do you believe it favours a skip, lead, or neither in 3-bowl pairs?
Well, I think the lead is super important in 3-bowl pairs. If you're not set up, you're chasing all the time.
I agree. Sheryl wasn't far away there. Question here from Helena, who was doing the commentating. It's the one and only Ian Miles and measly old Josh Thorne.
Correct. Oh, it's a good bowl coming in. Very nice. Who's got the shot there, Josh?
I do favour Denise just from this angle. Never want to pretend I know because it's always hard.
And now it's Alison.
It's probably 2.
Lovely bowl.
I think it's 2. Great bowls.
Beautiful. Every opportunity here for Sheryl. Oh, she's not doing a bad job of it here. Great shot.
What's she done? Has it pushed it too far back?
Possibly.
Still, if it was 2, she's probably definitely got it back to 1 at the worst. We're doing one more end, Anne, because Sam is currently eating.
Oh, okay.
It probably works out well because what we're going to do as soon as this ladies' pairs match finishes, as I said, we're going to move to the men's.
Go over to the guys, yep.
Brad's got to move cameras, which he loves doing, you know, and it means Gus and Sam will probably just have to do the completion of that match too.
Oh, well.
So I see you really feel for him. Rightio.
Here we go.
Measures out. Denise's initial reaction was 1, and I thought at the distance the jack went back,
I'm
I
going to
thought
say
the blue bowl was the
yes,
shot.
the blue bowl. It's my guess. Ooh, it's fairly close.
One it is. So they stopped that momentum. It's 12-7. We've played 11. 4 ends to go, 5 the diff. It's manageable.
It is
If you're in
manageable.
that deficit.
I probably would like to win this end. Denise and
I
Alison.
think, what do you got, 4 ends? I won't say you need to win every end, but you definitely 3 out of the last 4, and hopefully there's a couple multiples there that helps you bridge the gap.
Anyway, they need to start with this one.
Yes, correct. Bit of a different tactic, shorter end. That's in easy. You might slap me for this comment, but I'll still ask it or phrase it a certain way. Do you find that
Is this going to be... Go on.
in ladies' matches, you guys tend to measure the jack length a little bit more than men?
I don't know, Josh.
Said,
I haven't really noticed, no.
I feel like you do.
Well,
Hey, Brad's a technician, not even a bowler. He even
I've
observes
got
it.
no hope here. Surrounded.
Well, I said you probably could slap me for it if you thought it was offensive.
Okay. Want a big bang noise?
Good starter by Denise.
See, Lynn Wood over there is just on 20. One more to go for her.
Further score update from across the green. Chris Young 5-2 over Mike Pearce in the men's pairs final. They've played 5 ends. Wilson versus Lang in the men's singles quarterfinal, 14-11 in favour of Wilson. Jansen 14, Cunnington 13. Next men's singles quarterfinal, and Crisp 19, Rowe 8 in the final men's singles quarterfinal. As mentioned earlier, one men's singles quarterfinal is already completed. As Chris Young was in a couple of events, we had to do some jigging around and movement of schedule to fit everything in.
Wouldn't be all right if it was all just smooth without someone doubling up.
Look, it's happened for years in state championships and
Yes.
Vic Opens, you
Of
name
course.
it. Just played another good bowl here. Little touch is good for them.
Yeah, very nice. Good shots. No back bowls.
No. So if you wanted to play weight now, regardless, there's no disadvantage.
No. You've got 3 bowls.
Yes. Well, you could play forehand, get the inside edge of the white and get the other one, if you wanted to, if you wanted to attack early.
That's what you'd do, wouldn't it?
Josh. Nearly in the way this head's shaped, I probably nearly would. Yeah, it doesn't mean I'd hit it, but...
The idea was there.
Can't play, but got a good head for the game, you know, so...
You have.
No, Alison's...
We should have a game sometime.
Told you, you've sacked me. Right.
Oh, this is close.
Trying hard.
This is close.
It's a fair draw bowl. She's
Oh.
going to flop back the other way.
Yep.
If she does
Great
fall.
effort.
I feel like Vicky's might be still shot.
From this angle, I'd say yes.
Sheryl's not far away either. First glance.
Might not get there.
What she might do, however, is become a nuisance.
Yes. Let's.
I'm definitely playing weight now. I'm getting something moving out of the way.
This doesn't look bad.
Trying hard.
Yep.
The other reason why I probably would have played weight then too, I would have played with weight where I'm leaving the bowl in the green. I'm giving myself a chance for the next two if I have to. Now it's hard, I think, for Alison.
Although she can use her own last bowl. Probably looking at that nice little track in there, do you think?
Well, it's probably now a chance to get, now that her bowl's moved up a little bit, she can get to her own Alison's and flop in. It's probably definitely shot. For that, I'd argue she might have been in some trouble, you know.
Yeah.
Might have done it.
Maybe.
Don't know. Cheryl's come down for a good look. Do you do...
I do sometimes,
Yeah.
You?
Yeah. Even with the minimal fingers I've got. I still think I can make it work.
Well, you make most other things work.
Yeah, I saw what Sheryl was doing then. And she's obviously saying, look, I can just full draw up there. I'm chances under the yellow. And if she happens to play that, I'd say, what do you say, the 18 inches of weight, 2 feet of weight, she happens to get the white bowl up, she's a chance of getting shot that way as well.
Yeah, that's all, it's
multiple
all good
chances.
there for
yeah.
her.
Oh, Vicki. Thank you, Vicki. You must have heard me.
Must have. Oh,
Oh, she tried hard. No, tape's coming out.
Vicki did a nice ballet step
It
there.
was a little bit of a twirl,
Yeah,
pirouette.
nearly
Pirouette, is that the right
nearly,
word?
not quite.
Close. How do I even know that
Might
terminology?
have been a plie.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about now. So.
Me either.
What are you just making words up?
Sounded good.
So they pulled the yellow one away. Oh no, it got moved then, didn't it? Sorry, I thought there was a yellow bowl next to the other white bowl.
Might be. Two.
Two.
Yes.
Well, that is definitely good for Denise and Alison.
Yes, they needed that end.
12-9. We've played 12.
Here comes our replacements.
All right. Thank you, Anne. We're going to step out. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
joining us.
Josh.
We'd love to have someone of your experience join us for 5 or 6 ends.
No problem.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Josh.
12 ends played. 12-9 the lead. The way of Vicki Smith and Sheryl Atkinson in this women's pairs final. A few runs of momentum to either side early on. Game looks to be very even now. So to join me for the last 3 ends, it's none other than my best friend in bowls. He's been in average form on the greens, but probably best on off the greens this week up here at Barham. Gussie McIsaac, how are you?
Good, mate. You've got to do something well.
50% strike rate. That's usually good.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun, though. A lot of fun, a lot of good competition.
Yes.
Uh,
Gee, there's been some strong, even just in like sectional play, where sections of 3 in singles and 4 in the team events. It's just not easy. You had a tough section in your pairs the other day. There's so many
yeah, we had
good plays on the greens up here.
Mike Pearce and Stan Slunsky there in the final here.
Yeah, the final, Zappo.
We managed to beat them, actually, in the sectional play, but we didn't beat Crispy. He's another one to get over, but it was pretty close. We all won 2 games. It was pretty tight. But winning your sections just is the start of it, and then you've got to go through this. These guys have just been playing game after game.
They have. Vicky's in multiple events, or just crashing out in the semi-final of the mixed pairs this morning.
Yeah, she's been playing very, very well, and I think this pairs games are, very lead dependent. You need your lead. Your lead gets on. It gives you a slight advantage. And that's what the girls have been doing. It's been a really even tussle. I've been watching this game from afar, and both Vicki and Denise have been playing very well. It was a good 2 they just picked up. Alison picked up those 2 yellow bowls there. So it gives them they're back in the game. They were just falling behind the 8 ball a little bit.
Yeah, it stopped the run of 5 ends in a row the way of Vicki and Sheryl.
We've got men's singles Crisp versus Rowe on the far rink, 1911.
Shots from Vicki. Yeah, Neil Crisp was absolutely flying early on.
Yes.
Heroes just picked up the last couple of ends to stay in touch. How good's the Stevie Cunnington versus Ray Jansen game? It's tied up again now at 15-all. It's been back and forth.
I was watching that
whole match.
Yeah, I was over there watching that a bit closely, just listening to Ray saying he's just struggling early to get the pace. When you get on the green, you can just feel you're not quite right. I think he's going all right now. It's a good game. 15-all. And the sun's been shining all week, block out on. I don't know what you Melbourne people have been doing in the cloud, but we're having a great time up here. Get up here. Played at...
All reports it's been miserable, but we've played at some great little clubs. We've been out to a few great clubs, you and I, during the last week.
Kerrang and...
we had a bit of fun down at Gumbower the other day in the single. Well, you didn't, but not on the green. But,
No.
geez, the greens were good.
No.
Well,
No.
maybe again, you probably...
I did win one game.
Yeah. Hey,
Had it won.
50%.
That's exactly right. But the Gunbower pub, drive past there, looked awesome. And I did play a little bit of golf at Murray Downs. I won that.
You had a little bit of golf, a little bit of fishing this morning as well,
Fishing
you
this
tell me?
morning.
Happy days.
Some great pictures of some kookaburras down there. They came pretty close. We were feeding them some worms. So we've done a bit of everything, and that's what it's all about, getting up here and enjoying the great hospitality of the country clubs, which have been so great to support this event for us again.
Alrighty, so Alison Hall lucky a bit of weight there. Must be a couple. The way of Vicki and Sheryl, and a couple at this stage of the game, Gussie.
Well, unlike Denise,
Very helpful.
I watched Denise play in the semi yesterday. She was all over it, Awesome. Great bowl here.
Turning all the way back down. Perfect weight. It's got to be close to counting.
Don't know if it flopped in or not. Alison Hall has just been on fire.
But a lot of good draw bowls this week, from what I've seen.
Very rarely bowls a short bowl. She's got one there. I know. So I don't know if she ran into a bowl there, and she's going to prove me. Here we
Gussie,
go.
commentator's curse.
The curse.
101, this is.
Yeah.
Won't cut anything out. Sheryl still got one left. Ladies were keen to declare their head. No faith in Sheryl not to give away the shot, clearly. So 2, probably 3. Sheryl can add another one in here. It's going to make things very, very hard for Denise and Alison. And
Touch her on down.
so 4 back down. It's got to be a measure, you'd think. Looks to be 3 across sort of jack high or there that look to be counters.
I don't know.
No? You don't like that?
No, I think that white short bowl of Vicky's could be. They've taken
In as
one
well.
out. Yeah, I took one of Vicky's out. I don't know whether that was just not being measured or.
Running close to 3. Plenty happening here this morning. Women's singles semi-final action as well. Denise
that's
to
in.
play that later
There's
this
your
afternoon.
3.
The front one's going to be in as well.
4.
Yep.
It was in.
Huge count. With just 2 ends to go, it'll mean scoreline 16-9. It's a 7-shot lead, Gussie, and if Alison and Denise don't win the end,
Yep.
this one's all over, and our first title at the inaugural Over-60 State Carnival will be decided. Just like that. How quickly can happen?
Well, change. I mean, Denise just missed that end there, and then Alison ran
That's
into a
what you
couple
just
of bowls.
talked about with the leads,
You
yeah.
know, it just puts you under pressure, and it was an awkward head, and she didn't clear the bowls.
Just getting back to that, the semi-final in the women's single. So Linwood has
Won that.
won that 21 shots to 7 over Linda Emmett. So Lynn is into the final. The other semi-final to be played this afternoon. Denise is involved in that, taking on Robin Thomason from Moama. The final to be played later this evening. Men's pairs final update on the ring next door. We'll be flicking over to that one very shortly, but it is a 7-2 lead. It's the way of Warren Paris and Chris Young over Mike Pearce and Stan Slawinski. Vicki, good line here. He's going to run it out. It's a good opener,
Yeah,
really
lovely
good
ball.
opener. Just a foot short.
See Denise nail a couple here, I think, just to put a little bit of pressure back on the leaders.
Probably need to
It's not bad.
pick up a multiple 2 or 3 would help.
Solid bowl. Sheryl won't mind if Vicki just reaches here. Changes the look of his head. Lands the bowl, moves the kitty first. She's wanting it to turn a bit.
I was going to say it was well pointed, but struggling to get down. Might just be the added weight more than anything.
Not a bad home.
Yeah, it's good.
Watched a bit of the footy last night. There was a lot of footy on yesterday, actually.
We've watched a lot of sports this week.
Yeah.
We've watched a lot of bowls.
Oh, FA Cup was on last night.
Yeah,
Soccer.
it was.
I don't know who won. If anyone has got a result on that, they can send us through on this.
The red side of Manchester won that one 2-1
Right,
for your
okay.
interest.
There you go.
There you go.
You even know when you don't watch, Sam.
I always know what's going on. Well, sometimes.
You keep it.
You know what? You know how often I know what's going on? 50% of the time.
And that generally, that's enough.
That is enough. All right, Vicki looks to be tighter here, but has the weight to hold on.
She wants to grab
Still
hold of
holding
this-
on, still
Yeah,
holding on,
that's-
and gets
that's
the
the shot.
jack all the way through. And that's going to make things very tricky now for Denise and Alison. They need to at least score on this end. Jack out in the open. It's going to be hard to create a number. Yeah, those 2 bowls of Denise's have been
Nullified.
taken out of play. Yep.
And that was the shot we were calling just before it needed to be played. And
Gonna
it
change
was.
that up. Although,
No, she's played a
this is a
beautiful
pretty
bowl
fair
here. That's-
change. Solid
Okay.
toucher.
Because I would say they need a 3 here.
Yeah, at least. They've picked up 1-3 on N3. Apart from that, just
It's been pretty tight.
singles and
Yep.
1-2 on N12. So they've struggled to create big numbers. Just scored the 9 shots through 13 ends.
The concept, I'm sure, has been discussed by our commentators this week, and I'm sure everyone's seen what a great success initiative's been to put on a carnival for our over 60s, our largest group of bowlers. Gee, it's almost like a Victorian Open field.
It
we've had
is.
here.
Oh, me, mate.
I walked
the amount
into-
of people that are watching inside.
Walked into Kahuna the other day and I thought, geez, just about every good bowler,
That you know,
around fell
yeah.
out of the back of a truck, and you're
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be here.
That's well put.
Tough sections.
Good attempt by Alison here. Is it stopping in time? Yeah, may have run too far. Might be just the one. Can use that to trail it with the next.
That's a good bowl. What do you reckon the pace of the line of the green is? You think it's slightly tighter than the run? Or do you think it's a fairly even...
No, I think it's pretty even across. Obviously, the guys probably earlier would have touched on it that we've moved over half a rink
Yeah.
from the last game, so it's always changing. Previously, when we're half a rink closer to us, the forehand coming this direction can be a fraction wider. But I
Right.
think over here it's pretty even. You can play a sort of a tight, positive bowl through the
played
jack.
this well.
Something
Run
similar
this
to
up.
this, although it doesn't have the weight to trail it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in for 2 either. It might still be just the 1. No, it is 2. Apologise.
Sheryl turns around to have a look at the board and going, well, 2, we don't want 3 to be given away at this stage of the game.
No, they've only got 1 thereabouts. Needs another one.
She's
in the
switched
area,
around onto the
although-
forehand. She's looking for the through the gap.
No, you can see what she was trying to play there. She
Oh.
was like a forehand weight and try and get the jack and pretty much
Yeah.
end the game. But in doing so, has given Alison Hall a chance to add a 3rd in. That keeps them in well and surely in the game.
And she pretty much got to draw this. She can't play their bowl out.
Possibly.
She could.
Backhand and sit it underneath.
They're looking at it.
Doesn't have to go far to bring Alison's other back one in.
I think it's a forehand shot, which is dangerous because she gets under that bowl. She could upset the head.
Nah, backhand the other way, goes
Yeah,
it?
got to be.
Yeah, forehand. Yeah.
You don't want to be coming back towards the head.
That bowl does not have to go far to make a 4 and make things very interesting heading into the last end.
She could just draw in a 3rd shot, couldn't she?
Well, that as well. She's already played 2 good draw bowls this
Yeah.
end. Obviously, only one of them counting. Has a good feel for the line.
The better bowls I've seen played are just those draw over the draw shots. You don't see a lot of driving going on. I think she's elected for the draw.
Yeah, it definitely isn't a way to sit the bowl
Needs
through.
to get down. Needs to run.
Look at the line again. Did he give it enough of a
She's-
chance? It'll be just the 2. So it keeps them mathematically in the game. So we enter the last end. 16-11 now the lead. The way of Vicki and Sheryl. 5 required. Minimum
Yeah.
for this game to go to an extra end. They picked up 1-3 for the game. Everything else 1s and 2s. That was probably their best chance. Denise
Yeah.
actually played a pretty good couple of lead bowls there. Then Vicki was able to change things up and get the jack out in the open.
That was the bowl of the end, really. That,
Yeah.
that changed the whole
Did.
complexity.
So similar sort of length here. Thrown by Denise. Tricky to pick up this sort of number, especially when playing the respot. There's no chance to kill the end here. Have to be this end, and it'll have to start with the first bowl. It's just got to be up to and past the jack.
Just not going to quite get there.
Not going to be past the jack. It's close
Not
to
bad.
being up to. But as soon as there's any jack movement now, that bowl you'd think is going to come out of play.
Looks like Chris Young has got the wood on Pierce, 9-2. They're leading there, early days.
Yeah, it seems
halfway.
like early days, but all of a sudden
Yeah.
it's 8 ends of 15 played and the lead is 7. So
Big ask.
handy start here by Vicki. It's a little bit under. It's through the jack into a good area when trying to defend a 5. Gives them a good starting point.
Denise, a former New South Wales bowler, now playing in Victoria. Always pleased to get good bowlers back and around.
That one just pulling up as well.
This is going to struggle to get there, I think.
Still open there, so Denise can play a little bit more positively, but he doesn't want to overplay this and go flying through the head. Try and keep your bowls in the similar sort of area. Nothing too spread out.
Vicki shook her head at that one.
Yeah, understands the situation. That's not.
But she's trying to dead draw the shot. Really, it's a good bowl here. Just needs to get down to the white.
It needs to sit the white, Gussie.
It's done it.
It does sit the white. Well, that's going to push that out to make that 3, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think Sheryl will draw the shot here. She's had an exceptional tournament. She's still going in the singles, as you said. She certainly, yes. Sheryl said this looks better. It's not going to run through, is it?
Needs to sit the back blue.
Dearing me. Good home. Good
It's
effort.
a little touch, runs past. Well,
She was forced into just making sure she was there, wasn't she?
yeah, I think that's 3, but I'm not.
Okay.
There's 3 of them, Gus.
They just need to get to an extra end. Just need 5. This is a big bowl. She needs to add a fairly nice close front toucher, I reckon would be nice. Where you can't see the kitty. Increase that degree of difficulty. You can sometimes tell by the look on their face whether they like it. She wants it to turn a little bit. She wants it to turn a little bit.
Just going to stop in time.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
bends back late. Look at the late turn back down to the line. There's 4, Gussie.
Game on.
There's 4 of the 5 they need.
Cheryl's going, maybe,
Does it have the
maybe
weight?
not there. Maybe not there.
Alison Hall down in the 5th. Still
she's
both
just-
chips with 2 bowls to come.
She's just fattened the object, but we saw that Alison's bowl turn quite sharply at the end, so she will be clear of this purple bowl.
Just needs to have the right weight here on a nice enough track
I
again.
like this track. It's similar. It's very similar.
Is it getting back down?
Yeah, watch it bite. Wow.
There's 5, Gus.
What are you thinking?
I don't want to be too loud because the noise out of this, where we are, sort of echoes out into the rink. That's not wide enough, Angus.
She's... Well, we saw the Nick
Gus,
Dorr bowl a
Gus.
couple of games ago
Alison Hall is drawing to add a 6th
for the
and
game.
hold the title.
She'll do it. She's got nerves to steal, this girl.
She's already played 2 good ones. Just has to have a nice enough weight on that same high line.
She's got the high line.
Line's
It's-
good again, Gus.
Now, it is going to be good enough the way her bowls turn.
Is the pace enough?
Got to run.
Oh, I think
Sheryl goes for a look. Denise takes a
Made
deep breath.
very tough work of adding the 6th in. Vicki thinks it's just 5. You can see there's still a lot of room for a shot to be drawn, but at the same time, they just have to run and take 1 bowl out and they win the game. Unbelievable finish.
Does she switch hand and just try and get up to the blue bowls on the forehand? Can we get a look from the back? Look, it's a clear road. She's got a clear option. They're saying this. Just get up to the 2 blue bowls and make sure you're there. I think she's got to switch.
Surely you just got to search with the weight and take one of them out, Gus.
I agree.
So if the last Alison Hall bowl
Yeah.
does not count,
Yeah.
then it's only 5, and then you got to take one out. You try and backhand draw, like there's a lot of room. There's still room for the shot to be drawn.
So Cheryl's
Backhand
saying,
draw, you turn that Alison.
yeah, Cheryl's saying if she sticks to the
in.
other hand and adds the weight, it's just
Surely
going to
turn
fly
it
through.
in. Yeah.
She will
Let's
switch.
see. Well, that's what I'd be playing, and I know that's what you'd be playing.
And even if she's underneath those blues with 2 foot of weight, she's going to get down to the yellows. You can see
Alison
from
Hall
here.
and Denise, who end up holding possibly 5 shots to take us to an extra end.
She's got an open forehand to play too. She's playing the forehand. And
Getting up there with a bit of weight,
Pace
Gus.
is all right.
This is the right shot.
pace is good.
We
Now,
wide
it's
enough.
got to hold.
We wide enough?
It's got to hold.
Just drawn it. She's just drawn it. I think that's
enough.
I think that's cut Denise's other one out to the left out. But I'd be measuring.
She did there. I think she didn't want to be too wide. Taking 1, 2 out.
No, I think the front blues are close to being in still.
Mhm.
It's
So
whether
that'll
that
be
back blue
4.
still counts for 5.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's going to be 4.
Doesn't. It beats the front yellow. I
They
think we're
needed
going to
that extra-
find
They needed an extra third shot on the last end.
that we'll be shaking hands.
She's thrown.
It is 4.
Yeah.
It is 4.
Wow, what a
We
finish
got
to the
there
game.
eventually. They
What a
made
game.
they made hard work of the last end. They made sure they used every bowl possible.
And great effort to Denise and Alison at a great tournament, and they were so close there. She played a remarkable
They
bowls.
played unbelievable bowls all through the sectional, and some of their knockout games. Gee, they had
Ah.
a few convincing wins. They played good bowls the whole tournament. They started well here, but fair play to Vicki and Sheryl. Got on a roll in the middle stage of that game, put together 5 ends in a row, and in a 15-end final,
Yes.
Gussie. That's hard to bring the
to
margin
peg
back.
and they nearly did it. That was a great finish. Another great finish we've had, and some very happy girls. Yeah, very happy. Even the Lisas are wowing. Yeah, great bowls.
So Vicki Smith and Cheryl Atkinson take home the first title. It's the women's pairs title, 16 shots to 15.
And while that's been
Class
going on,
final.
Ray Jansen's 20-16 up against Steve Cunnington,
Yeah, so these are men's singles quarter-final games.
and Crisp and Rowe are still going. Crispy can't move off 19-12.
No, they're done.
Oh,
He
they're
has,
done, are they?
yeah. There's no one
they
playing.
are gone. They haven't changed the scoreboard.
They are gone. So Neil Crisp from City Memorial into the men's singles semi-final.
Congratulations.
And as you said, Michael Wilson and Ray Jansen are just 1 away in their games. Yep, men's pairs final. We'll shift the cameras over. What is there, Gussie? There's 6 ends to go. So the score currently 10-2, the way of Wayne Paris and Chris Young. And on this end here, you can just pick it up on the rink next door as Mike Pearce makes his way back to the mat. They will pick up
One. Is it?
Well, I think Mike's
One
still
bowl
got
to
another
come.
bowl to
There's
come,
one
but I'm
bowl
not
to
sure
come.
where it is. There it is. So he's got a bit of a free hit here. He's got a metre or so of room to add another one in.
Yes, I think that's Stan's bowl second shot. The aqua green, the aqua yellow. Mike's got the dark bowls. Is there one in the ditch? I think that might be.
Who's
on.
you thinking that's in the ditch?
I don't. Well, if
No,
it's-
that's right. That's right. The jack's just been moved a few times. I reckon it's been killed. Actually,
Well, I
Chris
think
Young
they're
killed
holding
it.
3.
No, that's Youngie's front one.
Oh, is it?
But Mike Pearce makes no mistake
Yeah.
and adds in the second, so they'll
Okay.
pick up 2 to
2.
stay in touch here. So it's 10-4 now the score. Through
Okay.
4 ends, 5 ends to play.
So could Michael Wilson end up playing Ray Jansen in the next? Looks like.
Ray Jansen, 2017 now, so Stevie Cunnington, who's had a good... He's been
Ah.
playing some good bowls,
Super bowl.
Gus.
I was watching
Stays
that
in
game.
touch.
Yep. He's got a good crew Yeah.
He's got a good support crew. Good. 1 second.
Yes, there's lots of support for the players here from their clubs. The Ocean Grove have got a big support crew as usual.
Always.
Steve's from
Chuka.
Chuka.
Yep.
And of course,
Yeah, a few of the Achukals,
Pat
including...
Chan's been,
the
our
Achukals?
president, has
Chuka
been there
uncles.
supporting all her Echuca girls and boys. Teammates. Even her Inglewood ones. Inglewood? Yeah.
That's a place. I don't know where it is, but
Yeah.
yes, yeah. All right, we'll have to stick with the 45 because it's a little hard to move the cameras around. There's a stack of people, as you can
Yeah.
see, behind the rink here back towards the main clubhouse, so a little bit tricky. So we'll have to watch from the side on. We'll see.
But you get a pretty good view from there.
You can see what's going on. So this is my man Wayne Perris from Warrock Nabil Golf. He's added in and drawn a toucher.
Funniest man in bowls. Wayne is.
How do you know that?
He tells some best stories.
Good.
You'd have to get around a campfire with him one day. Very entertaining fella. Played a good bowl here, Stan. He's just got to get down. He has, and touch out. What a bowl. Because Stan and Mike have been around high-end bowls for years and years, though, with the doyens of Premier League a decade ago, and now still playing great bowls into their 60s. And good mates too. Good fellas on the green. Lang versus Wilson. Lang's 12, Wilson 20, and Lang looks like he's holding 2, so he's not going to go away. Hard to get that last shot.
Right, there we go, Gussie boy, with the score up
Well done, thanks, mate.
on the screen so we can follow along what's happening. 10-4. Tony Lang, absolute superb fella. Nicest bloke. He came down from, I'm going to say 20 to 9
Came back.
in his last round. That was at Kerrang the other night.
Right.
Late finished that one.
He'd win the. I'd want him on my side if we got into trouble with the locals or something. he's a sturdy fella.
I agree.
He's a Ballarat boy.
Yep.
Webb Connor.
He's got a good support crew there as well, as Chris Young plays a bit of...
I thought Pitch had the biggest calves from Webb Connor, but you know. No. And Super Blokes gets the bowl away beautifully. Well, Stan's done his job here. He's got a couple of touches there, and Mike's gonna add, and he has. We talk about picking up numbers, Sammy. This is just vital. They can grab a 3 or 4. And that just gets them right back into the game. Chris Young will have something to say about it. He hasn't been missing. He's looking at it. They're clapping it. It's just finished short. I still think they've got 3.
Here's the split screen we've got going here from Bradley. We've got
It's great.
whoever's on the mat, what's going on at the head, and we can see a little bit of the bowl and the other games across the green going down.
It's kind of reminded me of watching the World Bowls last month. Kind of not. They had split screens going, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Sorry. I
Well done, Samantha Atkinson and Ray Pearce on
yeah,
representing
fantastic.
Australia.
I just
there.
wanted to
Great job.
give them a clap. Well, they're holding 4. Will Chris let them hang on to that? He's got a track
Well,
in there,
he does.
Hmm?
He does, but he also loves a bit of weight.
and he's not playing it. It didn't quite. He
He's
said
called not
sorry.
there out of the hand.
He-
I think they're okay. I don't think they'll fall down. I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I
One.
don't think that. I think you'll find it's a 1. So the orange and
okay.
orange and purple,
Orange and
Gussie,
purple.
orange and purple
Yeah,
are Wayne's lead
Wayne's
bowls.
bowls.
So, and the two-tone and then the black skip bowls. belong
Sometimes
to
you can only
Stan
see
and
one
Mike.
colour from this angle, and it gets a bit confusing.
That's all right. So it is a 1 the way of Wayne and
Okay.
Chris. 11 for the lead now. There's 4 ends to play. In good control of this final, although we saw a team in good control of the previous final, and that nearly turned a bit sour.
We have seen twists and turns all morning. I think Nick Dorr is the player of the match. That was extraordinary, the bowl he played to win that match. They're still talking about it here. All right, Warren. Time to shine, mate. Very solid lead bowler. Well, bowler in general.
Chris Young said down the hill, indicating he needs
Yeah.
to run a little bit.
It is running. Yeah, he likes it. Yep.
Yeah, not far away. Ray Jensen, 2018. Stevie Cunnington will not die. He is still hanging in this and holding a couple. Only needs 3 to win the game.
Michael Wilson could be 3 down there on the head.
Good news is he does have 1 bowl remaining. Those are men's singles quarterfinals. Of course, Chris Young played his singles quarterfinal early this morning to avoid a fixture clash, so he's already through to the semi-final to be played after lunch.
You guys must have been up all night reorganising the draws to get this right for today.
Yeah, no, we made sure we did. That was the first thing we did to let the players know ASAP what was going on with
Yep.
the schedule.
Another good bowl here by Warren.
Good pace, very nice correction.
Michael Wilson didn't save that.
No, he went through by a good metre and a half as well, so it looks like it'll be a couple there to Tony.
If it's 3, that'll tighten it up to 20 to 17. We'll just see if they got him to kick 1 out. Back with Stan. He's got good weight on this. Oh, he lands the bowl and flops in. Beautiful bowl. Was 2 to Langy. So 2016. Wilson 20, Lang 16. Will has been on that 20 for a while.
Yeah, Ray Jensen in the other game, mate, is holding game. Stevie Cunnington,
Playing a bit of weight.
yeah, searching for the bowl. He's got a few seconds. He's half interested.
Oh,
Gee, that didn't miss by a lot. That missed by... Oh,
paper thin.
yeah, takes his own one out. Great game by both
Yeah.
players. Ray Jensen through to the men's singles semis with a 21-18 win over Steve Cunnington. Congratulations to both players on a class game. All these scores are being live scored as well through the results portal. So we're getting down to the business end of things now. Chris Young with his first bowl of end number 12.
I've been saying to Ray for 5 years, you've still got one. There's something around the corner. It's been going for 5 years. This could be.
Due?
This
Stewie.
could be the one.
Stewie due.
Runner up at Newborough a year or 2 ago. Didn't quite get the chocolates there, but this could be the one. He's in good form. I'm playing with him in the Australian Open. Maybe we'll win the 4s up there. Maybe that's the one. You've got to always believe, don't you, Sam? There's always a possibility.
Yes.
You compete.
Just like last game.
Yeah.
Mikey Pearce calls that he needs to get under. That's Chris Young's bowl on the way in. Turns that through. So Wayne and Chris possibly holding a couple here, Gus, do we think? The bowl's at Jack High?
One, I think. There's one behind the orange. Yeah. Trying to get that bowl out. Oran's not saying much.
Doesn't want to turn that in.
That's all right.
Doesn't change too much. Just apologise. I think they probably wanted to get one through the sort of
looking to
past
get-
the
yeah.
Jack there, cover any trail. Yeah, you got to play it. You got to try and play it anyway. Always tricky to tell where we're sort of sitting Gussie because we've got the same angle as what the cameras have as
Yeah.
to whether it's easy to get to the Jack for a trail or not. Mikey Pearce definitely searching here, isn't he?
There is a gap.
Needs to get under. Oh, you're just waiting for the Jack to move. The Jack's sort of blocked off. It's just the other side of that real tight pack of 3 or 4 bowls on the black line, which is where the end started. So Chris has got to get some sort of cover here. They're holding a good couple. He's still on the backhand. Maybe he's looking to try and trail it first around the corner.
It's come off a bowl. Oh,
Well,
I
there's
think
one way of doing it. Yeah, he's worked off the wide black bowl into the count. It's back onto. It's actually fell back onto
It
the
did.
line, and I think
It
made
did.
the trail to get all the way through a little bit harder.
Yep. So Mark's got to go back and play a similar bowl to his last, I think. There is a chance to get in there. He's playing a bit more weight.
Can't afford to drop another number. Mike Pearce is going to have to come up with something pretty good to open this head up.
And Kitty's sprayed out.
Wow, I'm not actually sure
Warren's.
what it's done. If the Jack's gone more sideways,
Yeah,
and it's
2.
It's still the 2. If the Jack goes any further back, they actually hold the shot. Goes squirts directly sideways, and still a 2, as we said.
I don't think he got it. I think he hit a bowl onto the kitty that sprayed it out.
He did. It was the front one. So 13-4 now, and this is looking very, very tricky for Stan Slewinski and Mike Pearce to get back into the game. Just 3 ends remaining. And 15 in this men's pairs final.
We've got a couple of ends to go on the 13th end. 3 to go. I don't see a 5.
No, I don't. Oh, I missed that. Did you already mention that Willow's finally got to 21
I
there?
didn't mention that. No, he's
No,
gone.
okay,
So
so-
he was holding.
Men's single semi-finals have been decided.
He's having a good tourney.
A 21-16 win over Tony Lange. Congratulations to him as well for making it to the quarterfinals. Superb
Fantastic
effort.
effort. He'll be very pleased with that. And he made a very good game of
Absolutely.
it. Very good game of it.
Wayne in the handy area again. Jeez, looks like a solid. I haven't really seen him play much before, but from the 3 or 4 runs we've picked up here, very consistent.
He was on...
Does that look hard to beat?
He was on a live stream 2 years ago up at the Vic Open at Shepparton.
Oh, yeah?
In, I think, the triples, we called him. Plays with a few of the Dunkeld boys. Stephen Field, guys down there. Buzz.
Yep. Yes.
He hangs around with that group, so
Now we're
it's
talking.
pretty good group of bowlers.
How's the men's single semi-final matchup? So Neil Crisp City Memorial against Ray Jansen and Chris Young against Michael Wilson. They're all more than worthy of an over 60s final.
We get the ringside seat. You'd pay to see that, wouldn't you? It'd be worthy.
We might see if we can find some other commentators for the next round while we just sit
Hang
on the
about
side and watch those games.
and just be fans. Just be fans.
So, yeah, just pulling up short with that one, and it gives Chris Young a chance to pile them on here. In fact, what do they need, Gussie, with 2 to go? If they would pick up a 4, we wouldn't play the last 2 ends.
No.
So, still, they do have 1 pass, so 1 pass, and still a little bit of room for the shot to be drawn. A couple of bowls to be sat on either side of the head.
Longer end than what they've been playing, so I don't know if Chris is there. He's probably... Great to see the Peninsula boys from Mount Eliza going deep. We've got Frankston joining the Metro area next year in Metro Pennant. Division 4, I think they're coming in at, one of their teams. Am I telling you something you don't know, Sam?
No, I'm not sure if you're telling the viewers something they didn't know as well.
Right. Well, I heard a rumour, but don't believe the rumours. I'm only vice
That
president.
is unlike lawn bowls for there to be rumours around the place. I'm not sure
I
about
know they've
that.
been looking to come in. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
So that they want to,
I think they might be in as well, Gus.
Yeah.
Yes.
which is good.
Mikey Pearce did a good job of drawing the shot with his first bowl on the end. Can he throw another couple in to make things a little bit interesting heading into the final couple of ends? How's he going here? He's just overplayed it slightly. There's actually a chance here for Chris Young to maybe see this bowl through. Has he got it? Inside of the bowl.
Oh.
Oh, gets the outside and falls back in, so there's still 1 down, so... He'll play the 14th end.
Still got to get under that.
Crashes into it, doesn't turn it far enough. So after all that, it'll just be a 1, and it sort of helps the situation, I guess. It's better than 1 down.
Well, they're still alive and they're still playing.
8 in 2 ends is what's needed for Stan Slewinski and Mikey Pearce to stay in this game.
I was surprised Warren rolled that long in there.
Well, his first 2 lead bowls were pretty good. They were holding a couple on the
They
crossover.
were, but these guys like the longies too. But anyway, to drop a 1 is probably job done too, isn't it? Really?
I've just seen, yes, you're correct. I've just seen Ray Jansen having a chat to Stevie Cunnington, embracing after their contest,
right.
and Ray's just sort of
Relieved?
No, he just gave us a little bit of next door Michael Wilson's delivery, just a little.
Oh, there would have been some.
Pretends to fall over, go head first into the ground.
Yeah, well,
I was talking to our friend Ian Ewing about this the other
yes.
day when he was here
Yes.
during the week,
What-
raking, as he's better known as.
yeah.
The point of release, though, despite everything that's going on, he's off
the
balance
same.
after he releases it. The point of release is spot on every time.
Yeah, it's the same. I believe his dad, Jack, used to bowl like that as well.
You are correct. I've heard this. Apparently,
Played
it
for
was
Australia.
worse, though.
Yep. Willow, very effective. Played pennant for him.
Have you?
Yeah.
Where at?
MCC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
was
It's
at
just like we've only ever played you when
true.
you've been playing for Yarraville, I
yeah,
guess. So,
I was at MCC 3 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago. Decided to move to the west and meet a whole new bunch of blokes and girls and people. It's quite interesting just to switch across to the other side of the metro area, and there's a whole lot of people you just never played against
That was
before.
only the best thing about when we opened up Division 1 for us last season.
Yep.
So to rejig it all.
Yep.
And geez, we added some early starts on Saturday mornings, but it was a whole new players, new clubs we went
It's
to go
refreshing.
and play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's back to being regionalised now.
Yep.
But yeah. Chance here for Stan. Falls back onto the line. They've got this one pretty well surrounded. Wayne still needs another one in there.
Even if Warren was just to move this a little bit.
Oh, Youngie's already called this halfway down. Beautiful bowl. He's called that a long way out. I think he just ducked a little bit
I
more
think
than
he
Youngie thought it
expected that
might
to
have.
hold.
Yeah, hold up to the jack, or it's going to get a little bit further past. So
Yep.
doesn't make it any easier though for Mike Pearce. There are a few there. Can he get the track moving a little bit?
Well,
It's good
he
lead bowls.
probably he's got to move it a foot at least. He's kind of got to get it back cut it a little bit.
They need a minimum of a 2 for the 15th end to be played.
He's watching it. He's still watching it.
Stan's interested.
It's close. He got to back cut it. Yeah,
Yes.
that's almost perfect.
Down the line for a couple.
Yeah, he had to back cut it down the line, and he's made 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3, I think.
But he's probably given Chris a little bit more room. Chris is going with weight.
Loves the drive, Chris Young. How is he going? He's a little wide. He's missing everything. Well, do we have another twist on our hands? We've already had one in the women's pairs final. Is there another one here?
I think you give these guys 3 bowls to play any desired shot.
I don't think Chris is going to miss that 3 times if he
No.
plays the same shot.
Although, see those bowls, they all sort of lined up, aren't they? And the one, he's going for the outside bowl, isn't he?
Oh, I think he's looking for... I'm not sure if he can see a piece of the jack, but even if he gets the outside one, even if any of Wayne's as well is all going through the head, taking bowls out, or maybe getting a piece of the jack.
Well, Warren's shortest bowl is on our side of the black line. So he must be able to see the kitty.
This one's just over. We
didn't want to touch
Well,
that.
yeah,
But
probably not, but
I don't think Chris
it's
will
an
go
okay
as heavy.
spot. I
Yeah.
think the last one means Chris is going to go back and try and draw
He's-
this twice.
You called it, mate. Is he there?
No.
Oh, he'll be disappointed with that. He's
Yeah,
played
and realises he should give
Just-
him half a sniff. So 2, maybe 3. Mike Pearce, last bowl of the end. Can he add another one in? Maybe a bit more of a trail of the jack down the line. Brings in a few more.
pace is good.
Got to miss Chris's. He'll miss Chris's. Then what?
Land the bowl.
Then what? Then what? More of a trail for the jack.
Yeah,
He
1,
might have
2,
made close to 5, Gus, if the
He
back
could have
one's
done.
in.
He could have done.
It's at least 4.
I'm not sure. That back one's a long way away, isn't it? I can't see.
Yeah, the angles are very tricky to see. We'll find out here. Wayne will give us a good indication. Hopefully.
He's gone down the line twice. 4. He's saying, I'll go with 4.
This will be a try for Chris Young.
Everyone's quiet.
He's drawing the shot. Is he interested?
He's got better weight. He's got better weight.
No, he doesn't. He's still short, Gussie. He didn't send it. We've got another twist in this ball.
Oh, there's
How
one.
good is the
There
bowl
was one
spin?
hidden there. I didn't
Yes,
see.
there was. So they'll take
That's
3
3.
out.
4. I think it's 5.
I told you it was 5 and you didn't believe me.
Well, I couldn't see the other one hidden. And Warren's going, well, he said he'll go with 4. He didn't say. He
Yeah,
wasn't
worst
convinced.
case scenario.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't
You can
matter.
see you can see the angles from here. This is a good shot of it. There was obviously a lot of gaps in between all those bowls on the jack, so it was hard to drive at. Like there wasn't one bowl with targets here and there. There was room obviously to draw it.
4.
Four, okay. They've settled on the 4. Keeps things interesting for the last end. They'll need to repeat that on end 15 for us to
They're going
see
right
an
back.
extra end.
See, they're going long.
13-9.
No, you're going to go Matt right back and bring the kitty back. Right.
We're not done yet. Good end, couple of good trails of the jack. Mike Pearce trailed with twice, Gussie.
Couldn't have played it better.
Wanted a couple and then trailed it again for what was 4.
Couldn't have played it better. I mean, just to draw a close bowl's hard, but to clip something where you want it to go and do that, that's skill. That's practice. These guys, I know a few of them practice a lot. They're out there every day. They love the game, love playing bowls. Stan's got a fairly good start. That's in play. There. In the game. Warren's played a fair bowl here. Just pulled up.
Yeah, good start. You like the position of stands though. Gives them a chance. You saw the jack move last end.
Yeah. Another good bowl.
Handy again. Good area.
Warren switched across onto the backhand. Chris liked it. Says it come out nice. It's certainly not going to be short. It's got to get down. Yeah, good bowl. Second shot.
Yeah, it does well. More importantly, gets into a spot that sort of splits the back stuff up for now.
Yeah. It's about denying them numbers now.
Yeah, important bowl here for Stan. He's already played 2 pretty good ones. He needs another one in the area.
Well, Stamp slips through the same hole. Maybe gets to...
That looks under from here, Gus.
It's got to clear this bowl. It's got to clear this... Didn't.
Making things harder straight away. Only 3 bowl pairs.
Had it cleared, it would have been fine.
Pace was okay again.
Yeah, good. Warren's... Yeah, Chris likes it.
Howler,
Oh.
says Chris Young.
Oh.
And that it is. And he played 2 really important bowls there, did Wayne. They hold 2 and Wayne just telling Chris he needs to concentrate on the way back down. Bit cheeky. Have fun getting 4 out of that, Gus, when you've only got 3 bowls to play.
And there's no kill allowed, so... Mike's going to play a bit of weight, I think. Up on the backhand. What's he looking to do?
Oh, I'm not really sure. I think he's just going to try and get the jack moving, but finish in a good spot. He's trying to draw
It's a
this
very good
underneath.
effort.
Get some another one thereabouts. They sort of, at some point, this jack's got to move. All those shot poles have to move. So
He's all right. Four to tie. To go to an extra end. Piercy's playing a similar sort of bowl. He could get up to his last bowl. He's...
yeah. I mean, that was the right idea to try and change something because the jack had to move there. It's crashed the front. There you go. They've only got 2 passes. Jack makes it really hard.
What was he saying?
Chris was just making the point that that Stan and Mike only have 2 bowls past where the jack is. So if the jack moves, they're also going to have to get 2 of their own bowls coming through with it to make the 4.
Yeah.
I think if you're Chris, you're pretty right in the head the way that's set up. You might just try and look for some sort of coverage out to the left, or
Just mix it up a bit.
yeah, I think he's just going to try and
Block.
block here, is he?
Yeah. It's just awkward to get to those 2 bowls to get them out without moving the kitty. He's going up underneath.
Needs to make a 4, does Mikey Pearce, to keep this men's pairs final
He's
alive.
looking for his black bowl to go up through the head. And he...
Well, he's played a pretty good shot for maybe
good
what was won, but it wasn't
Great
enough.
bowl. What a bowl.
And the winners have been decided. It's a win. Warren Paris, Chris Young take home the men's pairs over 60 title.
And Warren puts his fist up. There'll be drinks all around the club. Just make sure you hang around the bar tonight. Everyone's out. What's the shout?
No, not just yet. Chris Young still has 1 more title. He's after Gussie. He's after for a couple this week.
Now, do we have
He plays off
player
in
of
the
the
men's
tournament?
single semi.
Do we have a player of the tournament?
Yeah, it
Over
can be.
60s?
I reckon Don's Kitchen can sponsor that one.
Yeah.
See if they can hit us up with anything
Definitely.
tonight. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to have a
All
bit
right.
of a lunch break now. I'll be back here for the mixed pairs final. Is the next
Brilliant.
game up on stream. Congratulations to both our women's pairs winners and men's pairs
Men's
winners.
pairs winners.
And we'll see you back here. Club Barham over 60 State Carnival Week continues here. We'll see you very shortly.